Welcome back to AFTV. I'm here with my boy Marty. Now, Marty, I know you're always that energetic vibes up man, but I noticed you after the game, you were gutted as Arsenal came up short today. 1-1, penalties, Arsenal come up just short, fine margins and all the rest of it. Give us your initial thoughts on the game.
Yeah, of course, listen, I'm gutted. And it's always disappointing to be that close. Literally, your hands are nearly on the trophy, right? If we got smoked 4-0, 3-0, we got played out of the park, it'd be a lot more sort of obvious. For me, personally, in the Champions League, it's about progression. Quarter-final, semi-final, final. And listen, we lost the final to a top side, right? I'm not going to go too much into the refereeing. Listen, my disappointment with the penalty call, it didn't even go to VAR. You know, just check it, just have a look at it. VAR, check it, have a look at it.
I was told that it was checked.
Well, I didn't see it on the screen. I didn't see that.
You
know on that screen. You know on the screen when I watched it, I didn't see that little grey box that goes VAR penalty, potential penalty.
That could be
check,
production.
Right? Okay. No, whatever. But I don't think they did. But on the other hand, Mascara for me, I think he was lucky to stay on the pitch. I think that penalty was probably a second booking. As soon as he was booked, I said it on the stream, changing for Timber. And also in extra time, we played with 10 men. Hincapié was injured and we had no subs left. Is it disappointing? Yeah, I was bitterly disappointed to lose because we were so close. But the reality of the situation is Eberechi misses a penalty. Now, would I like him to?
It wasn't Justin, it was Gabriel as well.
Yeah, and I'm coming on to that, right? So Eberechi misses a penalty. But the thing with that, when you put it into context and you actually look at it in the real, how it is, and if you would have interviewed me probably 20 minutes ago, you would have got a slightly different reaction. But when they actually break it down and look at it, there's been so many times this season when he has hit the target and he has won us games, okay? And those are the reasons, like Gabriel, he has hit the target. He's been an absolute colossus for us this season. And those two players, without those players, do we win the Premier League? Potentially not. Listen, when you lose in a penalty shootout in a final, obviously it's disappointing. It's a lottery. David Raya makes a fantastic save, and they don't hit the target. And do I ever like watching Arsenal lose? No, I don't. Of course I don't. And I felt that pain and emotion. But let's put things into perspective. We're Premier League champions, right? At the beginning of the season, if you said to me you're going to win a major, either the Champions League or the Premier League, I'd bite your hand off for it, and I'd say yes. And to lose like that is. Yeah, there's no shame in that. Let's be honest, right? This team and this club have done us proud this season, right? They can all hold their heads high in the performances they've put out. They've won us the Premier League for the first time in 22 years. And that's the reality of this situation. We will go again next season. We will make some additions. We all know that Berta is an absolute transfer gangster, right? And 4 world-class players in a game like that, we win that. And football's fine margins. Am I going to be here and melt down and break down and go, this and that? No, I'm not. It's not my style. I believe in this team. I always have. I'm grateful to watch this team. I'm grateful to win the Premier League. And do you know what? That game was... of course, there's bits of it. Havertz, let's take the positives out. That finish from Havertz, 6 minutes. If I'm honest with you, it actually made me more nervous watching the game. And it was a fantastic finish. And I thought it hit the side netting. And then when I see the ball rolling around the net, I was like, we're 1-0 up. They get a penalty. Listen, that gets converted. It's 1-1. It goes to extra time. And, we lose on penalties. There's no shame in that.
I just want to ask you quickly. We had a penalty shot ourselves. A lot of people thought it was a penalty. The tackle on Madueke.
Yeah, of course.
They're coming together in the box. Do you think that was a penalty?
Me personally, from a footballing perspective, yeah, I do. My problem with that, like I just said previously a few minutes ago, was I want to see that little grey box in the bottom corner saying penalty check, VAR review, right? And I definitely, in a game like this, I want to see the referee check that. I want to see it checked, right? And if the referee and VAR say, no, it's not a penalty, then cool.
Why do you think it was a penalty?
Well, because he clattered him. He went in behind him.
The reason why I asked that is because I've watched the incident at obviously in real time.
I have.
I've seen a couple of replays, and for me, I think it's one of them. I've seen them given, but I've seen them not given.
It didn't get given.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I've seen incidents like that in the past where they're given, but I've seen incidents in the past where they're not given. For me, I'm not sure if there was enough of a foul there to give a penalty in a game of this magnitude.
I understand that. The Mascara one, he gets the ball. Okay, he goes through from behind, but he gets the ball. So there's a level of inconsistency with that. I'm not going to blame the game on that decision. Right. Like I said, I respect the team for they gave it their all. Hincapie, listen, if we had another sub, he would have got subbed. Like, he had to play 30 minutes with an injury. Like, it's as simple as that. And we're Premier League champions, right? That's what we've done. Let's not take this is there progression every season?
Oh, absolutely is. Yeah.
This is what I've seen. I'm that guy, right? If we didn't win the Premier League and we finished second or third, and if we got knocked out in the Champions League in the quarterfinals and the semi-finals, then yeah, I'd be like, listen, we're going backwards. But we're not going backwards. We're going forwards, right? And it's moments like this that it's easy to be greedy and look at the negatives. Let's look at the positives. We're Premier League champions. That's something we ain't done in 20 years. Arteta's got this side together, built an amazing squad, and we were that close. It wasn't like I said, you get battered 4-0, but this PSG team in the final absolutely ironed out Inter Milan 5-1 last season, yeah? Took them apart like Lego, right? So it wasn't that. It was a respectful performance. It could have gone either way. And that is how football goes sometimes. This is not a time and a place to have a meltdown and take the shine off of what this club has achieved after 22 years, which is being Premier League champions, the best team in England. And we're the second best team in Europe. And I ain't got no shame in that. And I would rather look at the positives instead of the negatives. And that's how I see it.
Well said, mate.
The Rocket Perk program is live. Rocket Mobile users can opt in for private Q&As, plus the monthly perk drops, like being invited to the Champions League final watch along with us. Plus, you can get unlimited data, unlimited calls and texts for £16 a month. All you got to do is click the link to learn more.